Harry's wife, nobody does Thanksgiving like me. I've established, through a very careful consideration of a mountain of evidence, that Harry's wife is indeed a mid-range narcissist. Middle mid-range. Yet I'm keeping up my sleeve whether she's A or B, at least for the time being. In her deluded mind, she is better than anybody else. She's more effective at what she does. She believes that she's superior to all of those around her, that she's kinder, cleverer, sweeter, more charming, all wrapped up in a deluded bubble, and that she is the expert on absolutely everything. When it comes to fashion, she is the one that knows how to dress more stylishly than anybody else, and in particular, the nemesis. When it comes to politics, she has her finger on the pulsing beat of the nation that is the United States, that she positively oozes with empathy for the oppressed and the downtrodden, that she understands people, that she sits in authenticity with them, and that with the multi-dimensional layer of lenses, she fully understands people's heartache and pain at these most challenging of times. Whatever she turns her hand to, she believes that she does it brilliantly and excellently, whether it's meeting people, whether it's shilling for work, whether it's doing a voiceover, whether it's writing a book, whether it's parenting. She is top of the tree when it comes to anything. And why? Her narcissism tells her as such. Part of that has been formulated, of course, with regard to the way that her father treated her, by making her believe that she was golden and special, when the fact is, she's not. She's average-looking, if you take away, of course, the enhancements that have taken place, and she's not a particularly talented actress. She's not the worst, but she's far from the best. She never has an original thought. She has nothing to add or offer when it comes to being a true humanitarian, speech writer, speaker, pioneer, thought leader, awful phrase. She has nothing to add or offer politically. She has no real insights. Instead, purloins them from elsewhere through character trait acquisition. She is very much the Duchess of Industrial Beige. But she's a legend in her own lunchtime. And of course, yesterday was Thanksgiving, celebrated in the United States. And therefore, naturally, Harry's wife will have celebrated it bigger, better, and more brilliantly than anybody else. How do we know this? Well, we have a multiplicity of articles coming your way now for your general enjoyment, starting with Cheat Sheet, with an article by Abeni Tinubu that tells us, how do Prince Harry and Harry's wife celebrate Thanksgiving? Well, I'm sure we're going to find out. Turkey Day has arrived. Royal fans may be wondering how Prince Harry and Harry's wife are choosing to celebrate. While Harry's wife was born and raised in the United States, Prince Harry hails from a continent where Thanksgiving is not celebrated at all. However, now that the royal couple has permanently relocated to Southern California, they seem to have developed a few traditions for the holiday. Prince Harry, Harry's wife, and their two kids, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor and Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, I'm not sure why we need their full names, but there we are, live in a sprawling mansion, yes, far too big for 4 or 2 people, in Montecito, California. The R.C. White's Podcrap host has been open about just how much peace the multi-million-dollar home provides her and her family. In fact, Harry's wife was thrilled to spend Thanksgiving 2020 and Thanksgiving 2021 at home. I would suggest that she didn't have a lot of choice because the invitations to go elsewhere will be rather thin on the ground. A collateral consequence of her behaviours, of course. While on the Ellen Show in 2021, bringing up the past, Harry's wife revealed that she planned to have a quiet Thanksgiving with Prince Harry and her kids. I love to cook. Harry's wife revealed, we'll be home and just sort of relax and settle in. It's our second Thanksgiving at home in California, so it will be nice. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. She is so dull, she can't even muster up some decent description, but it will be nice. It seems Harry's wife, the article continues, is more than equipped to whip up a solid Thanksgiving meal for her family. Back in 2016, the Suits alum... was she in Suits? We never knew that. Thanks for mentioning it. bringing up the past, revealed via her since-deleted Instagram that she managed to make the perfect turkey for the holiday. Of course she did. She's Harry's wife. She turns water into wine. She walks on water. Oh, that time I roasted a pretty perfect Thanksgiving turkey, the Duchess of Sussex penned. The question is, can I do it again? The pressure is on. Let the brining begin. Now, we know in the past that Harry's wife has talked often about roasting a chicken, which, as many of you know from the Urban Dictionary, is when your lady partner goes down for oral sex and grabs your ankles and folds you up like a roast chicken and starts licking your asshole. Whether roasting a turkey is the equivalent, or perhaps she goes down there for a gobble at the same time. No doubt you will let me know if you have any intel in that regard. Apparently, roasting a turkey, according to the Urban Dictionary, is pooing and vaping at the same time, especially the post-Thanksgiving dump. So maybe that's something that Harry's wife does, that she enjoys vaping whilst pinching a loaf. Fascinating, isn't it? These things that one learns. Nevertheless, the article continues by telling us, but Harry's wife's Thanksgiving traditions don't just centre around Prince Harry and her immediate family. Well, they do at the moment because nobody else wants her. Charity also seems to be a big part of how she has celebrated the holiday in the past. In her since-deleted blog, The Tig, the former actor explained that service was a huge part of her upbringing. Strikes me as another revision of history there. She also shared she was raised to help out those in need, especially around the holidays. Who by? Not her mother. She was absent, and her father was too busy telling her that she was amazing and wonderful. Despite the contrast of my two worlds growing up, there was a powerful commonality. Both my parents came from little, so they made a choice to give a lot. Buying turkeys for homeless shelters at Thanksgiving, delivering meals to patients in hospice care, donating any spare change in their pocket to those asking for it, and performing quiet acts of grace, be it a hug, a smile, a pat on the back, to show ones in need that they would be all right, Harry's wife penned. Again, I suspect that this is a revision of history with regard to her childhood, something that we have become all too familiar with. The article concludes, it seems that despite their royal status, Prince Harry and Harry's wife have had fairly normal Thanksgivings thus far. This is especially true since they've relocated to Southern California. Of course, only time will tell if Harry's wife is ever able to recreate that perfect roasted turkey of Thanksgiving past. Well, if you were in the vicinity of their mansion in Monte Shitshow and saw a dragon's breath billowing from the windows with one of the 47,000 bathrooms, it may well be that she was roasting that turkey to perfection. This article tells us sweet fuck all. Once again, its purpose is to assert this facade of hers of being an ordinary person that loves Thanksgiving, and it doesn't really tell us at all how they plan on celebrating it. It's simply another piece of anodyne nonsense that's pumped out to keep her in the news. But we can, of course, go back to the Tig, or the Stig, which is a much more entertaining version of it, and go back to the 28th of November 2014, when Harry's wife told us all about her turkey tortilla soup for Thanksgiving. Breathlessly, she wrote, "So you've feasted, you've given thanks, you've clinked glasses, and we all know you tiptoed into the kitchen in the middle of the night to have an extra spoonful of pie. I'm not judging, it's Thanksgiving. I'm right there with ya." Oh, she's so relatable. But now, with the quiet calm of post-Thanksgiving revelry, you are left with a world of leftovers. Yes, you can make your turkey sandwiches with cranberry spread across them, or reheat a plate of mashed potatoes and turkey. But by the second day, I'm all about using the key ingredients. Oh, so you don't do anything else other than involve yourself in the key ingredients, okay? And changing the flavor profile. My favorite meal with Thanksgiving leftovers is my turkey tortilla soup. It's so satisfying, shakes up your taste buds, and uses all of that glorious leftover turkey, plus a few additional veg. Avoid the crowds for Black Friday. Stay in your pajamas all day and make this palate-pleasing soup. Querico. Then there are the ingredients and the directions for it. Absolutely fascinating. But there's more. From the 21st of November 2014, she provided us with some Thanksgiving recipes. She wrote, "My friends are always my friends. Everybody's her friend. Not just these people, or getting straight down to who they are. Always has to be my friends. It's the over-egging of the pudding to tell us, oh, I have friends, you know. People do like me. My friends from the clean team, good old Dr. Younger and Drew Purerit. No idea who they are. They sound like they should be tidying up crime scenes with that name, but anyway. Sent over some great recipes to prep you for next week's Thanksgiving festivities. I love a brine, stuffed and roasted turkey as much as anyone. But if you're just cooking for two, which is where you are invariably, Harry's wife, maybe a smaller bird is more up your alley. And coupled with a beautiful side and a delicious dessert, you will be the king or queen of happy bellies and full hearts. Between their beautiful roasted chicken preparation drizzled in a silken mushroom and leek gravy, an acorn squash wedge salad on the side, and almond butter bites dipped in chocolate, well, I would say this is some gobble good cooking. Fucking hell. Plus, there's no carb coma aftermath because, as you can imagine, they are all clean eats. Thank the good doctor. And then she provides you with the ingredients for oven-roasted chicken breast with mushroom and leek gravy. So it's not about the turkey, it's about the chicken, it would appear. And they're the various directions, and also for roasted acorn squash wedge salad and for almond butter bites. All there for you. And then there's the pumpkin and lentil soup also, but I can't be bothered to talk about that because it will undoubtedly be more anodyne nonsense. Millions of people celebrate Thanksgiving. They don't have to tell everybody about how they didn't celebrate it in attempts to tell people how they did celebrate it. But with Harry's wife, she has to do so in order to maintain this relatable facade that she has. And the reality is, it was probably just her, on her own, staring at a bucket of KFC chicken, given the rumours that Harry has fucked off. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.